Oh, hey! I didn't see you there. I was just playing with some of my new Close to My Heart goodies because there's 2 new catalogs. I don't know if you heard. And I have so much awesome stuff to play with. In fact, I have this whole box here that I still need to dig into. And why don't I go ahead and show you what I got? Well, here are the 2 catalogs. They are so good. So I'm going to show you what I got from this catalog first. This is the Essentials, and just like the name implies, it is the Essentials. This stuff is going to be around all year, like inks. Look at these pretty ink pads on the cover, and we have some new colors. So there's 7 new colors, and this color here, Journey, is the new color of the year. It is so pretty. I love it. So there's also Jade, which is this pretty green. We've got Limeade, which is a very light green. We've got Rosy, and then we've got Royal, very bright purple, Pumpkin, and Acorn. And I just want to show you the difference between Acorn and Toffee, because when I first saw them, they looked very similar, and I thought, I mean, they are very similar, but this is Toffee here, and this is Acorn. It's a lot warmer, and so I just want to show you the side-by-side comparison. All right, so I've got a bunch of the Essentials laid out here, so I wanted to show you the ink pads first, and I've also got one of each of the new cardstocks out. We've also got some fun new little embellishments. Lots of stuff in the new color of the year. Everyone is going gaga over this color. It is so pretty. So we have Shimmer Trim, which is like a tape. There's a release paper on the back of this, so it's like a sticky ribbon. We've got Loose Sequins, and a little pro tip here for the loose sequins. I like to put them in a craft jar like this, and a trick to get them to not be so staticky is the anti-static powder bag. So I also keep my anti-static powder bag in one of these containers because it's got a little bit of powder in there, baby powder, cornstarch, something of that nature. And so I like to just take this little bag and just kind of pounce it. Just pounce it in there just to get a little bit of that powder in there. And then I take my sequins. Now you could do the same thing if you want to keep your sequins in the bag. Just take a little bit and kind of squish it in there and get some of that powder in the bag itself, and that will help it to not be so sticky. I don't know if you guys can see, it's a little cloudy on the edges now because it's got that powder there. Got it on my fingers. But then I will just pour them in here, and then I've got a nice little jar. And then when I go to use them, sometimes I'll just kind of you know, dip a few in here, sprinkle a few in there, and then I can grab them with my little pickup tool. This is a wax tip. This is not new, but it is really handy. It's got a wax tip. When it's not sticky anymore, you just sharpen it with a regular pencil sharpener. It's really awesome. And then you can just pick things up with it. So this is a really great tool. You can even make it stretch further by breaking it in half and having 2. Keep one for yourself, give one to a crafty friend, and actually 2 of these big ones come in a package. So you can give it to 3 crafty friends and still have one for yourself. And then you can just go ahead and stick it in your new little tool holder. This little holder is new, and this is now what I'm going to keep right in front of me. I used to have all of these tools just laid in front of me. I have tool caddies in front of me, but I like to have my most used tools like literally right in front of me, even closer. So now I've got them standing up on my desk, literally right out of frame of the camera. So they're always right at the ready. So that's a fun addition. There's also a new twirling caddy, and it's not quite available yet. It's going to be available later into the year, but let me show you that. It's this right here, and it spins, and you can do different shelf configurations. They're all adjustable, and there's what I just showed you. So that's really fun. We've got the shimmer trim, I showed you that, and I have a special giveaway with shimmer trim and an ink pad, so stay tuned for that. So we've got the dots and the glitter gems in the new Journey color. And then we have a few new dot packs only because they now include the new color. So the green pack now has the Jade and Limeade in it. This one has the new pumpkin color in it, and then the pink has the new rosy in it. So we had these before, but the colors on some of them just changed slightly. So those are the new ones. We have some acrylic titles in this book, and here those are. So everything comes in like a single color in all the embellishment packs, and this is all of the pieces that you get. And then there's also titles. So there's these embellishments, these titles, and they come in the faux wood grain and all of these colors of acrylic. So this is paperboard, this is paperboard, the rest of them are acrylic. So you can get this set or this set in all of the different colors. So I started with just white in the titles and figured that, you know, I can color them if I want to. A lot of times I create my own titles on the Cricut, so I don't use pre-made titles a ton. And there's also the sticker sheets, but it is really fun to have these options and to have the dimension that you get with the acrylic. Another fun addition is the Close to My Heart tape runner is now refillable. So I know some people have been asking what happened to the Close to My Heart tape runner. It wasn't refillable before, it ran out of stock, and now we are introducing the refillable one. So we've got these little cartridges. You can get a pack with the runner itself, and I think it's 4 refills for a pretty good price. And so these are great. It's a dot runner, and it is permanent, but it's temporary for a little bit. So once you set it down, if you were like, oh shoot, I want to move that, it's easy to lift it up and then set it down again, and then it will dry permanent, and you don't have to worry about things falling off. So, and then that dot runner allows you to use it on skinnier things and not have that, like, you know, line of tape runner sticking out. So this is a really, really exciting addition. We have the Operation Smile stamp set, and let me show you that in the catalog. There's some pretty artwork here with it. So every year there is a new stamp set, and $7 of the proceeds goes directly to Operation Smile, which is an organization that is near and dear to Close to My Heart's heart, and it goes to help children with cleft lip and cleft palate who wouldn't otherwise be able to have this life-saving surgery to fix it. So this is probably one of my favorite Operation Smile stamp sets so far. I love that the Smile title is really big, so as you can see here, it's perfect for a scrapbook title. And I like how you can build different sayings with it. And then all of the fun stitch details. We've got the clouds and the sun here, and the bird and the hearts and the butterfly. And then that rainbow is super cute too. And then you can go ahead and color them with the new Colorista colored pencils. Now, when I first saw these, I was a little hesitant to purchase them because I love Prismacolor pencils, and I love the blendability of them. But we did get this Bright and Vivid set in our convention bundle a couple of months ago, and so I tried them out, and they are amazing, and they're really reasonably priced. I want to say it's $5.95. Okay, $6.95. So you can see all of the sets here. There are 3 different sets: the Bright and Vivid, Perfect Portrait, and Natural Landscapes. They are very creamy, not quite as creamy as Prismacolor, but they are pretty creamy. They blend well, and let's just show you real quick on a piece of scratch paper. That paper's already used, but it just goes on really nice, and you can blend them into each other. One thing I've noticed is that if you're going over black lines, they don't totally cover the black line as much as the Prismacolor, because the Prismacolor sits on top of black a little bit more. This is still creamy, but it doesn't sit on top of the black quite as much. So if you're coloring a black outline stamp, you're not going to have as much color over the lines, you know, if you go outside the lines like I do. So I'm really liking these, very reasonably priced. They are from Spectrum Noir. So once I saw that, I was like, oh, they've got to be good because I love all of their stuff. Okay, so this might not look super exciting, but Archival Black is my favorite black ink to use. It's a really dark, vivid black. It's what I use for sentiments or things that I want to be really dark that I'm not going to use alcohol markers on. You need to use the intense black with alcohol markers, but the Archival Black, despite the name intense for the other one, it's not as intense as Archival. So Archival Black didn't have a re-inker before. You had to buy a new stamp pad if it got dry. So I've been through lots of stamp pads, and now I'm really excited that we have an Archival Black re-inker. And then we've got the shimmer brush for the new color of the year Journey. And I wanted to take a moment to show you how to use these because when you first get them, they have this little ring here and you need to prime them. So you're going to remove that, and that just popped right off. So it's basically a stopper because there's like a pin in there that will puncture this hole here to get the ink flowing. So this is basically a stopper so that nothing leaks in transit before you start using it. So you want to take that off. That is now trash. And then you're going to screw this back on, and then you can pop the lid off. And I like to make sure I've got this screwed on really well. We're now puncturing that little hole. And then I don't want to work right on top of my paper here, but let's use the back of my catalog and grab some more scrap paper. I would typically use my all-purpose mat for this, but I don't have it within reach. So there's these little push words there on the side. So you're going to push it until you start seeing, and you'll start seeing the ink come out here first before you see it in the tip. And so just gently squeeze it until you start seeing it come, and there we go. So now it's running down. I usually get quite a blob at first, but then after that initial time, it'll start coming out more evenly. And when you need more, just give it a very gentle push and you can start using it. And now look at that shimmery goodness. So you can use this to color wood shapes, your paper, your irresistibles. So got a little ink on the back of that. So let's put that aside. These are the irresistibles that I was going to show you. And you can color the irresistibles with this. So these all have a pattern. Let me grab one of them, and I'm just going to do a little corner so you can see that. So we're going to color it, but we're going to wipe it. Got a little piece of paper here. We're going to wipe that off. And of course, I've done just a really, really quick job, but look at how that resists the pattern. And so all of these have a different pattern. And let me show you in the catalog because you can see it better. So these are the different patterns. And we've got like sprinkles. How cute would that be for a birthday? Leaves, stripes, flowers, plaid, and these little hearts. And so they're all just white until you color them. And look at how even that's turned out. It gets real even as it soaks into the paper. Same with inks. You can use your ink pads to blend some color on here. Any type of coloring, as long as it's something that wouldn't sit on this resist and stay there and not wipe off, will be really good for revealing these fun patterns. And here is a layout that they created with that. That's super fun. So I'm actually planning to recreate and show how to create this in Cricut coming up soon. And then we've got some glitter paper. So let's get into that. And I've got the new colors here. So we've got Journey and Rosie are the two new colors introduced, but of course we have all of these other colors that we've already had that are super popular. I love Close to My Heart's glitter paper because it is so sparkly. It's very thick and it cuts really well with dies or on the Cricut. I recommend turning it upside down if you're going to cut it on the Cricut so your blade's not going right through the top of the glitter, but it cuts very cleanly. It doesn't shed like a lot of glitter paper I've gotten like from big box stores. You scrape it or play with it or just use it and it comes off, and I do not have that problem at all with this paper. So it's a really great paper. It comes with 3 per pack. Now let's flip to my favorite page. My catalog's falling apart here. You can see I've been using it already. My favorite page in the catalog, and not just because I am featured here with my mom and my daughter on the page. So fun to see our pictures in the catalog, but this stencil that they use in the background is one of my favorites, and you can see that it is a 4-step stencil. So the first layer, you do a different color in each quadrant, and then you rotate it and turn it, and you do the same color over each pattern and keep rotating it until you have the full pattern. So we've got that one right here, and there are a couple of others. This one here creates kind of like starburst or sunburst or firework patterns, and then this one has stars, and they all work the same way where you rotate them. And then these ones just have a lot of really fun, pretty patterns, and they all come as a bundle. So this is bundle 1 or pack 1. This is pack 2. Look at those fun patterns, the cheetah or leopard or cheetah, I don't know, someone correct me. We've got the zebra pattern, the giraffe, really fun. More flowers that can build on each other. So these are all layered flowers, so you can layer them up on each other, and a fun pattern, some fun borders. So I do have those sitting right here, but it's just easier to show you in the catalog. And it's handy that that's the page that sticks out in my catalog, so I can turn right back to it, because there are some slimline and card front stencils as well. But of course, you don't have to limit these just to cards. I use these all the time on my layouts because you don't always need a full 12 by 12 background for your stencils, of course. This one is fun because it is hearts. And so you stencil or, blend onto it one way, wash it, flip it over, and it will do the other side of the hearts. So it ends up looking like this. You got a half and half heart. So that is super fun. And then this one actually layers on each other. This is the little flowers and then the centers for the flowers. And that's what that looks like right there. And then last but not least is this special. Now this special isn't around all year long, but on this page right here is the monthly special page. And if you were looking through your catalog and you're like, oh, it's May, what's the special for May? You scan this QR code and it will always take you to the current month's special. So this is the special for August and September, and it's super cute little gnomes. I have not played with this yet, but you may have seen some other makers play with it. There's lots of cute stuff that's been done. I love, love, love this little gnome. Look at this little gnome here, how she turns out. So really cute. If you love gnomes, this is a great die set. You can get this as a bundle, or you can get the items individually. There's some cork shapes in these pretty leaf patterns. And then there's the actual collection right here. And I'll just show you that in the catalog in the for the sake of time. So really cute. And if you're not into gnomes but you need a good fall paper, you have just fall on one side, gnomes on the other, so you don't have to use the gnomes. You don't have to get the gnome die, and you don't have to use the gnome stickers. There's only a couple of them, so you can just not use those ones or use them on cards and send them to friends that might enjoy them. All right, so there is more in this catalog that I didn't show. I think I showed a good majority of it, but I want to dive into the September-October catalog too, because that's also really good. Now here is a September-October catalog. This is my favorite because it has all of the fun seasonal goodies in it, and it has Christmas, so we will get to that. But I want to draw attention to the cover art because how beautiful is this artwork? It's so fun. This is the new The Good Life paper, so we will be diving into that. I have a spread of the papers and kits that I've got here, and I'm going to go through them individually. We'll start with this cut above layout kit because I love showing these. They're great for beginners, and then I also love taking them and stepping them up, a really fast and easy way to scrapbook. But first, if you are enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a thumbs up in the button down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so because I post scrapbooking videos every week. All right, let's dive in. Okay, a quick look at the Cut Above layout kit. You get this insert, and on the back it has the 2 layouts that are in here. There are 2 double page layouts, and it shows you instructions, very simple instructions on how to put them together, and a color photo reference. And then it comes with the stickers you'll need, and everything is labeled, so you've got all of the 1s and the 2s, and that tells you if it's to layout 1 or layout 2. You have photo placeholders, so if you want to put this together without the photos first, you can add these. I often use these as a white mat because I like a white mat around my photos, and then I will trim my photos down slightly. We have other photo mats and other cut pieces that we'll need, and then we have pop out pieces. So these will pop out really easily, and these will be added as little die cuts to your pages. Again, they are labeled with 1s and 2s. And then we even have the base pages. So this one will go like this. So a lot of that interest is already added there on the page for you, and then you'll build on that to create some added dimension and add your photos and everything. These are designed to only need your photos and a journaling pen and adhesive. So super awesome. All right, this one, let's see, it goes like this. Here's the base page. I love that kind of stripy look across the back. And so the photo mats are already printed on here. You'll be building some layers on there, it looks like, so you'll be adding additional mats on top of that for that fun added dimension. And sometimes even if I don't want to have this photo mat, I'll just cover the whole thing with my own mat, and so that way you can get around what's actually printed on the page. So that is the Cut Above kit that is in this kit. Now let's dive into the Good Life. All right, so here's a look at the Good Life paper pack. I got the workshop kit, but before I show it to you, I just want to show you the artwork in the catalog to give you even more appreciation, because this kit is so pretty. We've got these pretty cards as well. So here is the paper pack and the sticker sheet, and I'll give you close-ups of those. We've also got these die cut shapes that you can get. So they are paperboard shapes that are already popped out or already cut for you. There is digital art, which with each of these collections, these are SVGs that you can use with your Cricut or your Silhouette or other cutting machine. And then every collection also has a coordinating cardstock pack. So you don't have to buy a whole 24 pack of the same color of cardstock. They've already done the work for you of narrowing it down to the colors that are in the kit. Here are some stamp sets that go along with this collection. So here is the card making stamp set, and it's got that pretty river or brook or stream or however you want to look at it. This is a scrapbooking stamp set with coordinating thin cuts. You can get them with or without the thin cuts, the dies. And so everything that's shaded you see here has a coordinating die. So that's super fun. And then here is the workshop kit that I'm about to show you. And the idea with these workshop kits is that you get everything you need to make these 3 two-page layouts, including the instructions. So you've got this instruction sheet with full color layouts on the front, what you're going to need. So you've got the kit, and then the other things you'll need are a pen, colored pencils are optional, 3D foam tape, paper trimmer, scissors, adhesive, and ruler. So it comes with just about everything that you really need. And then there's a cutting guide. So it tells you exactly how to cut your papers so you can get all the cutting out of the way for your layouts up front. And then it has the instructions for assembling the layout with a picture and then even some measurements. So you can see this is 1 3/8 away from the edge. So you can get it exactly if you want with everything labeled. So 1B, 1C, and then all of the cutting diagram pieces have a label as well. So you can label the back of your pieces if you want to do that. So that's how it is for every single layout, and you get a little sampler of those little die cut pieces. You don't get the whole pack, you get just what you need to complete those layouts, and if you want more you can buy that little die cut pack if you want. Just like the Cut Above kit, you get the photo placeholders if you want those. So these are all of the size photos that you'll need. You could of course change the sizes based on your photos. You can use these as mats again, or you know, just save them. Sometimes I use these as like scrap paper to practice my stamping, or photo mats for another layout as well. All right, so let's take a close-up look at this really fun sticker sheet. There's a lot of visual dimension. This is all totally flat, but it almost looks like this is kind of a raised metal. You've got some fun shading and dimension on the stickers to make them look dimensional. And if you haven't used Close to My Heart stickers before, they are a really nice, high-quality cardstock sticker. So super fun stickers. So this is the paper pack. The full paper pack comes in the kit with some additional items. So the sticker sheet and the paper pack comes with 6 sheets. There's 2 double-sided sheets of each pattern, so I've already flipped those over. But look at this fun paper. This is my favorite. I think it's going to be everyone's favorite. It's so fun. I love it. And then the back side is this fun wood grain with like this bluish gray tint to it. I think it's the mist color. And then we have this fun metal looking paper, which you don't have to use these in like a farm setting. So this kind of gives you a farm vibe. You can cut it strategically if you don't want that showing. You've got all of this really neutral pattern here, and the rest of these are very neutral patterns as well. So then the back of that is this mocha polka dot paper. And then we've got a gingham, and then this fun pattern. I don't know, it's like concrete almost. It's just really fun. Okay, now this is additional stuff that comes just in the workshop kit. So you can get the workshop kit or just the paper pack with sticker sheet or just the paper pack without the stickers. Like if you want more of the paper but you don't need the stickers again, sometimes I'll do that. So these are little pop-out sheets, just like in the Cut Above kit. They pop out really easily, and these are going to be added to those pre-designed layouts for the kit. And there are a couple sheets of those, and they are all labeled as well for project 1, 2, or 3. We have some exclusive papers that are not available in just the standalone kit. So let me show those to you up close. The fun farm pictures. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this on an apple picking layout that I have from a couple years ago. This really fun blue pattern. I love that distress look. And then these ones are kind of like a linen looking background, so those are really fun. So those are the patterned papers that come in addition with the kit, and then you get some extra cardstock that you'll need for the layouts as well. So we've got Harbor, Mocha, either Toffee or Acorn. Let's see. This kit has toffee. So it'll tell you on the zip strip. So the zip strip is a usable piece you can use on your projects. And then the back of it shows you all the colors that are featured in the kit. So Harbor, Mocha, Toffee, and then this one is Mist. This one's actually not listed as a featured color, but the catalog tells you it comes with Mist. Here is the mix-in collection for this catalog, and I'm going to show you all of the non-Christmas first before we dive into Christmas, because that's my favorite. But you get a peek at what the Christmas colors will be. So we've got Scarlet and Pine, and the mix-ins are designed to go along with both of the collections featured in the catalog, and just kind of mix in and give you more paper, and they're different on each side. So I usually get 2 of these packs so that I have 2 of every pattern, because I usually just tend to like it that way when I do double page layouts. I don't want to run short. So this is the beautiful mix-in collection. First, I'm going to show you the stamps and dies that I got that are not Christmas, and there are just as many, if not more, that are Christmas. So first up, I want to show you this thin cut. So I love that Close to My Heart has been creating these card front dies, and there's these pieces that come out that you can use on your scrapbooking or cards to tuck into little embellishment clusters, but then just this panel creates really pretty cards, as you can see here, and they've just pretty much backed the die with some paper. And then I want to point out over here that there is a stamp set that will coordinate and give you some nice sentiments that will fit in this spot just perfectly. You can also put a circle die over that. They've done that here, and then they've put it behind on this one to create some real simple but really pretty cards. Next up, I mentioned I have an apple orchard layout I want to do, and so I was excited to see this stamp set here. Let me show you in the catalog. It's just kind of easier to appreciate and see some pretty artwork that they've created here. There are matching dies for this if you'd like the dies, or you can always get it without as well. And I didn't get this locally grown stamp set, but this is another popular one among makers, and so I wanted to point that out as well. Now, if you have heard me talk about my hubby and his woodworking, you knew that I had to get this set here. So this also has a lot of matching dies and some really fun DIY style stamps on here. And so here's a look at that. I love the before and after layout that they've got right here. And so of course I've got woodworking stuff of my husband woodworking, making things, woodworking with my son, and I know that this will come in really handy and create some fun layouts. I really like that paper that they made. They just random stamped a bunch of these little pieces here and created their own patterned paper. So that's a really fun thing. And they did it on this one too, with the screws and the bolts. Really fun little border going across made with stamps. And then I want to point this one out too. I didn't get this one yet, but another popular one. You know that I love my background stamps, so I had to get this one. I know that this is going to get a lot of use. I really especially love this. It really makes it look like crackled paint kind of behind some, on the base of a layout, or like, look at how cool this looks, how it looks like that little crackled look behind here and here. And so it just gives this really fun look to the layout and lots of really fun patterns on here. Here's another one I didn't get but want to point out that's really fun, these fun clocks, and they'll coordinate with the circle dies. And then I did get this layout, or this set right here. So I thought that these would be really fun to color with either my tri-blend markers or the new colored pencils. So we've got there's like a sunflower and a mum, and then it would even be pretty to color them in Christmas colors, like non-traditional sunflower colors, and make these into a Christmas card as well. So look at these pretty examples that they have right here. I love the colors that they did for the flowers. There's also these fun Thanksgiving sets right here. I've got two more to show you. So there's this really pretty script alphabet set, and there's another Christmas set too that's an alphabet set that's fun that I'll show you in a little bit, but I thought that this was really pretty. The last non-Christmas stamp I have to show you is this one here. This is the October stamp of the month, and you may notice something different. There are coordinating dies available for this. So Close to My Heart's introducing this for Stamp of the Months. The dies have not been available with Stamp of the Months before, and it's not going to be for every Stamp of the Month. Like the September Stamp of the Month is just the stamps. There's no coordinating dies, and this is free if you're a VIP with a $50 or more purchase, or $5 if you're not a VIP with a $50 or more purchase. Now, the one with the dies is just a little bit different, so you can still get the stamp set itself for free or $5, or you can get it with the dies. You spend $50 and purchase it for $22.95, so it's still discounted. And I think if you're a VIP, it's even $5 less, so you're still getting the $5 discount from the Stamp of the Month itself. You're basically just buying the dies. So really, really cool that they're now introducing this. I know there have been a lot of requests for dies with the Stamp of the Month, so yay, that's super exciting. All right, let's get into the Christmas now. Well, hey there, Editing Jama here. I wanted to point out I never told you how to get a copy of these catalogs. All you need to do is place any size order on my website and you'll get the catalogs for free. You just have to make sure that you log in and create an account. Don't check out as a guest or you won't get the prompt to add them to your cart. But they're totally free, any size order, or on September 1st, you can go to my website and check out all of the products that are available. All right, back to Christmas. This year's Christmas collection is called Home for Christmas. And again, just wanted to give you a close-up of that opening page because there's such pretty artwork. Lots of pretty colors. I love the wood grain that's included in this collection with the black and white kind of chalk look. We've got the paper pack. I'll give you close-ups of all of that, and the sticker sheet. Again, we have the coordinating cardstock, and then here are die cuts. So these are paperboard pieces. So this is what they look like, but you can see them better in the catalog. They can layer on each other, so that's not as obvious on here, but if you get the pack and then refer to the catalog, you'll see how each piece layers on each other. And then this is the digital art, which is SVGs that will work with Cricut, Silhouette, etc. There's even a fully designed layout, and that's the case for most of the digital art. The layout actually comes onto your canvas all done and everything, so you can see what it's going to look like all designed and then just cut it. There's other elements that you can use individually, and then you can actually isolate these images to use individually too if you don't want to cut it exactly like this. So I love our digital art, and I do have a video showing exactly how to use it. I will link that down below. And then we get to our stamp sets. So excited. I'm going to show these to you up close, but I want to show you the workshop kit. So these are the 3 2-page layouts that this kit creates. And just like the last kit, it shows you what all is included in the kit, additional supplies you might need, and then the kit shows you exactly how to assemble everything. So you've got the guide with the pictures and then the instructions on how to cut all of your papers, so you can do that. You have a sampling of those die cut pieces, and then you can just, they're really easy to pop out, and the guide shows you exactly where they're going to go on your layout and everything. So these are the pieces from the full die cutting pack that you'll need to complete this layout, and you can always purchase more if you want. We also have those photo placeholder cards, and then let's take a close-up look at these stickers. Love the stickers, so pretty. I love this title, how it looks like it's snow. It almost looks like there's splatter on there already, on this one too. So really fun backgrounds with lots of visual interest and dimension. And then here are all of the patterns. I've already turned them over. So here are our 2 hero papers, and I'm going to show you a fun embossing folder and stencil that looks like this paper too. Really fun, cozy looking patterns and colors. I love it. We've got a wood grain, and then this pretty plaid, and then the kind of chalkboard looking one with the cursive words that looks really pretty. And then I love this kind of distressed looking, almost poinsettia floral pattern. Really pretty. I love that. And then here are all of those extra little die cut pieces that come to create those layouts that are in the guide. Got all of the little ruffles. So I like to show on my channel how I use these kits in other ways. Sometimes I'll follow the layouts in the guide, but you don't have to. You can just use all of these pieces to create your own layouts. You've got these fun bases that you can use and just create your own layout or follow the layout that is in the guide. And then here are the 2 other exclusive patterned papers. They're both the same. Got that kind of neutral, almost concrete looking pattern. And then you've got the different cardstock that you'll need to create those layouts. So the kit is designed to come with everything, almost everything that you need to create those 3 2-page layouts. You will have some leftovers, but you can also just use the kit as a jumping off point for your own things and don't even have to follow exactly. This is the card making kit, and this is the same idea as that scrapbooking kit, only for cards. So you would create 4 of each of these cards. It comes with this exclusive stamp set that I'm really excited about. I really love these tiny little sprigs here and some fun little sentiments and this branch, super fun. I'm not planning to create these cards exactly, but I really wanted this stamp set here. So I basically I get these kits for the stamp set. But there's always really good ideas here, and you can always follow this. And just like the scrapbooking kit, there is a cutting guide, so you can cut everything ahead of time and just assemble. And then it comes with the paper that you need. So it's the bulk paper, 2 of those sheets, and then the cardstock that you'll need for the cards as well. And then the little sparkles, and you even have the cards and envelopes for the size cards that you'll be creating. There's a couple of slimline cards in there as well as A2 cards. All right, now it's time to show you Christmas. I have even more stamps here, I think, for Christmas, and that is for 2 reasons. Number 1, Christmas is my favorite time of year, my favorite time of year to craft, and then also the creative design team puts on our 31 Days of Christmas cards in October. So I usually get most of the Christmas supplies in preparation for that, and if you're not familiar with this event, we create a Christmas card every single day in October. One of us on the design team. Is a really fun event. It has become wildly popular and people get really excited about it. So if you are one of those people who have participated before, let everybody down in the comments know how much fun it is. Full classes teaching you techniques and cards with lots of extra ideas. So stay tuned for registration opening for that really soon. So I got this little Merry Christmas. This is a little M-size stamp, which is, I love the M-size stamps because they're super affordable. And if you just want the Merry Christmas on all of your Christmas cards this year, you know, it's a really affordable and cute way to get that sentiment on there. Now, the first 2 stamps I'm going to show you go along with the Home for Christmas collection, but of course you can mix anything with any collection. So this is the card making stamp and die set that's supposed to go along with this paper collection. I love that it comes with the dies. That little garland die is super cute, and here are the cards that they have created there. I know I'm going to have lots of fun with that set. And then this one I thought was really fun. I love this watercolor look that Close to My Heart is now doing with their stamps, and I love that there's these dies that will layer on top. So these are just the dies, it's not stamps, and so you can cut them with whatever cardstock or pattern paper you want, layer them onto the stamps that also have dies to create a present. And then you can also add some pattern to that as well with these little ones too. So really fun, nice big sentiments. This is designed to be a scrapbooking die, it's the stamp and die set, so you can use it on scrapbooking, but it doesn't have to be for scrapbooking. You can use it for cards, just like this can be for layouts. It doesn't have to be for card making. So was really excited about that set. Before we dive into the rest of Christmas, I wanted to show you this spread. I love this spread that they do right before the stamp section in the catalog, because they show some cards, but then they also just show these really cute little pieces of stamps that they've colored and created, and I just love that. So you get a little peek at some of the Christmas stamps coming up there. Now I got these 2 stamps. I thought that those were really cute, and I love how they colored this right here, and so I thought that that would be a really fun and easy focal point on a card. And then this one has a really good to and from. I like that to and from. Great stamp to use on like a coffee gift card for, I would use it for teachers, but you could use it for anyone for the holiday season. I was really excited when I saw this set, the Holiday Express. I know this is going to be a popular one. Look at how all of them can hitch to each other. So cute. And I wanted to show you the artwork that is in here. See how they're kind of all hitching to each other on the layout and then on the cards. I know that a lot of us are planning to use this in the 31 Days of Christmas cards. Well, I say a lot. At least a couple of us have talked about using it. But usually between all 7 of us over the 31 days, we have used just about every stamp set or Christmas themed or even non-Christmas themed that we've turned and twisted to be Christmas throughout the month. And we also have 3 guest designers joining us for 1 day each this year, which is super exciting. So we'll be releasing that information in the days to come. Actually, this Thursday, the creative design team is having a live Q&A in our membership group where we've invited our members to ask questions questions that we'll answer. Super fun. And I know that there's going to be some questions about 31 Days of Christmas cards. So our members will have exclusive first access to that information. Here's another fun one. This one doesn't have dies, you don't need it. There are just these fun little playful things, journaling lines, little things that you can use in Days of December, December Daily if you do that. I love this page here, how they've done the December and created their own patterned paper. I just really love that idea, and how they've got this fun grid style layout on here and used journaling lines. They've used this box. So this box purposely doesn't have a bottom because it's designed to then stamp or write something there. So they've stamped family traditions, this one right here, and there's all of these that fit perfectly right down here that you can stamp on there. This little fun tag that would be really easy to just cut out. So I love that stamp set. And then we've got this one here that would be great for doing December Daily, Days of December, which we started doing last year. The creative design team has a sketchbook out, and we're coming out with another sketchbook very soon with more 6x8 sketches for another Days of December. If you want to change up the sketches for this year, you'll have tons to choose from. But these are great little numbers that you can, they all coordinate with the circle die, so you can use these as your numbers, or if you do an advent calendar, something like that, really fun. And then these next two I'm excited about. They kind of go together. So there's this holiday banner Stampin' Thin Cut, and I love the poinsettias on here. Really cute poinsettias, really fun leaves that have matching dies, and then these sentiments that will fit on the little banner pieces here that are all dies. And then there's also this embossing folder and layered stencil that work together. So you've got the embossing folder with the poinsettias. It's the same, pretty much the same poinsettia as on the paper, that patterned paper that goes with Home for Christmas, and the Stampin' Thin Cut. And then there are some layered stencils here that will create a layered look. So we've got the leaves and branches here. We've got like the insides of the poinsettias here, like the veining. And then this has the poinsettias themselves, the petals, and then all of the little dots. So they layer up onto each other. Here are some examples of that in action. So this one, they've left it classic white embossing and then just used the stamp set. This one, they have used the embossing folder, and then it looks like they sanded it to give a little bit of white to some of those raised areas, and then added the stamp and dies there. This one looks like they added the embossing folder, and then they used the stencils that coordinate with the embossing folder to add some color to that background. And then this one as well, they added just one color though, which is so striking. I love that look, and then added some extra little details on here. So lots of fun ways to use that. I know this is definitely going to be featured in the 31 Days of Christmas cards. And then last but not least is this fun little alphabet, and now you can see the other set I showed you, but I definitely wanted to show you it in action on this page. This is so cute. I love how they spelled it out and colored it. Looks like they even did some paper piecing and cut it out for these two, and then colored everything up. You could spell anything that you want and just have that fun look. And then here they used them on some ornaments that looks like they were cut with the Cricut and then stamped on there. And then this is actually that other set, the cursive set. They stamped it and then fussy cut it out. So they used the C from this set, the rest of it from this set, and then cut it out, and then they used the 2022 here on there. So lots of fun mixing and matching on there. All right, I promised a giveaway, and I haven't forgotten. I have a brand new Journey stamp pad and Journey shimmer tape, or shimmer trim, but it's really like tape, to give away to one of you lucky people. This is US only. I'm really sorry for my international friends. It's just so expensive to ship overseas or into another country now, but just let me know in the comments below what you are most excited about that you saw today in the new catalog catalog. I will leave this open until next week, 1 week from today, on September 5th at midnight my time. So leave a comment and I'll have all of the details down in the description box below. And I will choose a lucky winner from the comments to win these 2 little prizes here in the new color of the year. So I hope that you enjoyed this little walkthrough, seeing what I got and what's available coming on September 1st. Remember, VIPs get 15% back on all their purchases and a free stamp of the month with a $50 purchase, and I will have that information linked down below. If you're ready for some scrapbooking inspiration, then check out the video that's on screen right now, and I'll be back with inspiration from these catalogs real soon. Bye for now.